Right now, we are live. All right. Welcome to the live show, everyone. If you are new to the channel, you're welcome. Okay. Thank you, all of you that have been joining all this while. Vincent, you're already here, and we'll look at all of these coins, okay, that you have actually highlighted on the chat. All right. So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live show. This is the show where we discuss everything about crypto trading to make you profitable. All right. So if you are joining us for the first time, where we'll do this every day, looking at possible scalping opportunity on how to make money trading crypto, specifically trading futures on on the Bybit exchange. So we recommend Bybit exchange for futures trading, and then you can use any other exchange for any other style of trading that you want to go into. Okay, so if you are new here, make sure you subscribe, okay, to the channel, hit that notification bell to be the first to be notified each time we go live or publish other crypto related content. And if you want to sign up for a Bybit account, if you don't have one already, all you just need to do is to go to the description of this video, okay, click on show more, right? So the first link here will be to sign up for the Bybit account, and there is a Bybit competition, okay, trading competition that will be coming with a lot of prizes for everybody to win. We are going to be doing that trading, okay, live trading every day to make sure that we actually qualify to win some money in that competition. All right. So make sure that you tune into the channel, subscribe, okay, give this video a like, and then turn on your notification bell so that whenever we go live, whenever we publish content related to crypto trading and all of that, you'll be the first to be notified. All right. So with that being said, let's jump into the business of the day. We have a lot of coins that Vincent wants us to look at. Okay. We have the MKR, which is currently what is on my screen. I've been looking at that coin right now. Okay, so on the 15 minutes time frame, I'm currently on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, and then for the 15 minutes time frame, I'm going to use here as my high, okay, at around 1,000, anything around $1,012. Okay, and then my low will be the trend line that I drew here, okay, which is where we had this bounce from. So my low will be at this trend line. So what I'm waiting for, I see this token, okay, going up to that $1,000 plus and then coming down, right? So basically, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not going to long now, neither am I going to short now. So I just wait for this token to play out, okay? So this is already on the watch list from Vincent. If you have not entered this trade already, then wait for it to play out. All right. If you have not in the trade already, wait for it to actually play out. So I'm looking at scalping this market from this area. Maybe look for like a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio or something like that. Okay. Anything around there, you should be able to take profit in this market. So I'll wait for this to play out, guys. Wait for this to play out. Then anything above the area, you should be looking at, shorting this token at from 1,100 up to 1,200 or thereabout. Okay, so that's currently what I'm looking at right now for the MKR. Okay, that's what I'm looking at for the MKR. And then the H bar, I think I had that on my watch list yesterday. Okay, it's not there. So let's look for H bar USDT. H bar USDT. Yeah, Lily, you're welcome to the live show. H bar USDT. What do we have there? Let's see that. Okay, look at this. Well, let's look at what we were looking at yesterday. So this was the areas we were looking at yesterday. So yeah, um, I don't know how many of you took this trade yesterday because the trade yesterday actually played out. All right, the setup we had yesterday actually played out. So if you took that trade, congrats to you. But if not, I think there is another opportunity to short this market this morning. All right. There's another opportunity to short this market this morning. So for the H bar, what I'm looking at currently is this zone. Okay, we were looking at this area yesterday, right? This area yesterday, so we slightly broke above that. Currently, right now, we should be looking at heading to this area here, guys. Okay, pay attention to this area, because we may, possibly get to that area before we start done. Okay, so what I'm currently looking at for the H bar is this, right? Let this play out. Okay, let this play out, and then you can go to the lower time frame and start looking for your possible scalping. Okay, and on the lower time frame, right here on the 15 minutes time frame, I think there could be a possible pullback here. Okay, there could be a possible pullback on the 15 minutes time frame here, but I will possibly advise that you wait. Okay, wait for this to play out. I want to have that long week from this 0.058, 0.059. I want to go to that area, and then that long wick is what the retracement. Okay, we are going to create a long wick from this area, maybe down there to 5.6, 5.5, or 5.4, thereabout. So those are the areas I'm looking at. Okay, currently, I'm not going to do anything for the H bar right now. So let it play out. Okay, if it plays out, and then you go ahead and take a short trade. Okay, but if you want to risk it, you can actually take a long trade, hoping that this will come to this area. Okay, expecting that it will come to this area, right? If you expect that it will come to this area of the 5.8 or thereabout, this like this week we had here and all of that. If you want to see that play out, then you can take a long trade to that upside. But currently, you can take a short trade and take maybe like 5-10% move in the market, all right? 5-10% move in the market, and you can see that clearly on the 15 minutes time frame. For me, for now, I'm doing nothing on this H bar. Okay, I'm not going to do anything for the H bar. I'll let everything play out, and then we continue. Okay, I'll let everything play out before we actually take a trade for the H bar USDT, guys. That is currently my stand for H bar. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'll let it play out. Okay, because there could be a possible pullback at this area, or we'll continue to move up there. All right, or even move up to around 63, 0.063064, this area here, before we can have a possible pullback. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. Okay, so wait for it. If that continues the movement, then you should be able to take a long trade to the upside. Okay, for the next token is yes, that's what I'm currently doing. Okay, RLC. RLC USDT. Let's look at what RSL that token holds for us. Okay, so yeah, this is what we have here. This token is a new token. Okay, so it's a newly listed token. So what are we expecting? Let me look at the volume. Okay, let me look at the volume before, because for this token I see a possible buy. Okay, to the upside, maybe to around 131, 1.131 or thereabout. So I see a possible buy for that token. But before we go into the buy, okay, before we go into the buy, we need to look at the volume that is being done, okay, on that particular token. So I don't know why Bybit don't want to load on my browser. So let it open, or we look at, okay, let's look at the volume, okay, that is coming into this market on the exchange we are trading with. Okay, let's look at the volume, then we see if we can be able to take this token to the upside. That's exactly what I am looking at. Okay, so for a swing trade, for me, I'll wait for a possible break of this trend line. Okay, a possible break of this trend line to the upside, and then a retest will make me enter that trade. Okay, so that possible breakout will have a break of structure around this area, guys. Okay, when we have that possible breakout, we'll have a break of structure around this area. So what we want to see on the 4 hours time frame, breakout, and then maybe come back as a retest, use this as a support, and then we bounce up, we can take it up to this area. Okay, for the H bar, for this particular token, the RLC USDT token, that is exactly what I'm looking at. So you can go to lower time, the 1 hour time frame to see a clearer picture of that. Okay, 1 hour time frame to see a clearer picture of that. So if this continues, we want to go up, then now use this trend line as a support. Okay, this trend line should become our base as a support. Once it becomes a support, what happened? We can take this to the upside. But before that, we need to look at the volume, okay, that is traded on this particular coin. All right, we need to look at the volume that is coming into this coin before we go ahead and make those decisions. All right, while Bybit is opening up, you can equally use the volume indicator, but I prefer to look at the exact volume on the Bybit exchange before I make any decision to trade this token. Okay, so for now, let's look and just keep this on our watch list, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, once the exchange opens or once it loads up, we'll come back to look at this token. Okay, so we'll come back to look at this token. For the 15 minutes time frame, you can be looking at this area which we are rejecting from as your high. Okay, and then you take here as your low. So there's a possible rejection if this breaks this area here. So if we break this zone here, right, okay, this particular area here, there's a possibility that we can come back down to 1.20 cent. Okay, there's a possibility that we can come down to 1.20 cents. So just pay attention to this token, right? Pay attention to this token. Since it's a new listed token, I'll need to see what is going on right now. So Bybit decided to open. Let's go to the market overview and know what the volume that is coming into that token before we actually start making our decisions. Okay. All right. So while that is loading up, yeah, you see that drop. So if you break this area here, just wait for a break of structure. Maybe you look at the 15 minute, the 5 minutes time frame here. So you see that we've been consolidating around this area for a while now, right? So we've been consolidating here for a while. So is it that we have a bounce here and then go to that trend line and come down, or what happened? Okay, we'll break this area, come down to this level here, and then we'll take it to the upside. So wait for either of these to play out. But possibly what I would do, okay, is to wait for it to come have a rejection at that trend line. If we have a rejection at that trend line, then I'll possibly take that to the downside. This is exactly what I should be looking for. Or I'll wait for it. Alternatively, okay, I'll wait for it to come down to this area. All right, come down to this horizontal area and then reject, and then we'll take it to the upside. All right, this is what the setup that I'm currently looking for. All right, I don't want to be entering token because I'm scalping within, okay, in between, these highs and lows. If you do that, the probability of you losing your money is very high. All right. So the market option don't want to open. I wanted to see how much this token is doing. Okay. So for that particular token, it is the RLC, right? RLC USDT, right? So RLC. Yep. Okay, so the volume is not that high. We have 237K, okay, 237,000. All right, it's not even up to a million. So be careful when you are trading this token, okay? Be careful when you are trading this token, guys. Be careful when you are trading such tokens, okay? Most especially for those of you who do high volume, okay? Those of you who have bigger money, you don't need to be trading that. Allow those of us who are trading with $100, $200 to do that, okay? Because if you come in here and put $10,000 into this coin, then maybe you could be the Father Christmas and for all of us to leverage on. All right. So it's just 237K. I don't know what the token is all about, but the volume that is coming into that token is not much. So trade it with care, okay? Trade with care. Don't get stuck in this market so that somebody will not eat your money and run away. Then the next token you want us to look at is Hook. Hook, I bought Hook on spot for over many months now. And then Hook decided to, I think I bought around $2.50, right? Hoping that Hook will go to $3. And then all of a sudden, Hook started dumping. So currently, I don't know if we are waking up. Let's see what Hook has for us, okay? Let's see what we are going to get out of Hook. Look at that. We are $1, okay? $1. So Hook is down by over almost 40% since I bought. Almost 40% since I bought, guys. So it's a sell for me for Hook. Look at that massive drop. What happened? For Hook is a sell. As you can see, we are, in this downtrend here. For Hook is a sell for me. Until we break this trend line, it's going to be a sell, guys. Until we break above this trend line, guys, it's going to be a sell. This trend line there is okay. So just position it somewhere around there, and let's wait for a break of this trend line, okay? A break of this trend line will take us to that upside, all right? And then equally pay attention to this zone here because, we have some rejection at this area, okay? A lot of rejections at this area. So pay attention to this zone as well, guys. Pay attention to this zone. So this is the area I'm looking at. So if we come down and, you can go to a lower time frame and see a clearer picture of that. All right. So you can take, for Hook, you can take it down to this area. Okay. If you enter here, be targeting anything around $1, that is 1.02, 1.03, and all of that. Okay. Target those areas. You can see that clearly on a lower time frame. Okay. On the 15 minutes time frame. So this rejection, you can take it down to 1.03, okay, 1.03, 1.02, and all of that. So those are just the areas I'm looking at for the Hook token, okay? For the Hook token, that is the area because we're having this rejection just close to the trend line. So we'll come back here and take a long trade when we get down to this area. Okay, this is the area I want us to take a long trade to the upside. So hook should be on our watch list. Okay, we'll look at it and see possible entries, how many entries we are going to get before the end of today, guys. All right, that is for hook. I'm looking at this setup. Okay, take a short trade to the downside, or wait for it to come play out at this area, and then you take it to the long side. Okay, and take it to the upside. All right. So that is for hook, and then for the Sonshi USDT, let's look at that. Okay, USDT. So what do we have here? All right. So yeah. Sonshi USDT. Okay. So currently we've been struggling around this area here. So yeah. Okay. This area we've been struggling around here. So let's look at this. And then on a daily time frame, though we are in this, uptrend like this, okay, we're in that upward trend going up, but we're having a hold up around this area, guys. So what we'll be looking for right on this token is itself for me, guys, for the hook. Sonshi, okay, Sonshi USDT is a sell for me. So I'll get possible entry, good entries at the lower time frame, okay. Lower time frame will give me good entry. So what I'm actually waiting for is for this to come kiss this area again. All right, this zone here, which I will use as my high on the 15 minutes time frame. I want it to come, to this area, and then I'll take it up, then take it down here, okay. I want this token to come to this area and take it down. All right. Or alternatively, okay, alternatively, you can, plot your trend line somewhere around here and wait for, this to break out properly. All right. Wait for a breakout, a proper breakout, and then maybe a retest. That is, if we don't get back, okay, if we don't break above this trend line and come back to this zone here, this zone of 0.75 cents, 76 cents, okay, if we don't break it, if this have a retest here, then you should be taking this trade to the downside. And what will be your target? Your target should be around, 67 cents, 67, 68 cents, okay, 67, 68 cents. So wait for this to play out, all right? I want to see this to pull back a bit to that trend line. I want to know that this trend line is going to serve as a support now. Okay. So I'll wait for a pullback a bit to that trend line, and then I'll use this as a resistance instead. Okay. Use this as a resistance, and then we'll come back to the downside. That's exactly what the setup I'm looking at for the Sonshi USDT, guys. That's the setup I'm looking at for itself, the Sonshi USDT. So pay attention to that, okay? Pay attention to this. This is exactly what I'm looking at for Sonshi USDT, guys. This is exactly what I'm looking at for the Sonshi USDT, right? So wait for it to play out. If you are not in the trade already, wait for it to play out, guys. Wait for it to play out, and then you should be able to take that trade to the downside, okay? So yeah, the setup I'm looking at here is if I bring my short position to put it there, okay? I'm looking at entering this trade at around 73 or even, higher 73 or 70, anything between 73 and 74, okay? That is, if we have a rejection, okay, 73, 72, take it down. If we have a rejection at this trend line, take it down, okay? And then you should be targeting this area at around 70, 69 cents, okay? 70, 69 cents should be your target. That's what I want to wait for this to come reject at this trend line and then come down back. I will take it down and then wait for another opportunity again to take this trade back up, okay? To take it back up. That is for the Sonshi USDT, okay? Sonshi USDT, yeah. Theta, let's look at that Theta USDT, okay. Okay, so for Tether USDT, let's look at possible scenario for that token, guys. Yeah, MKR, what's the situation with MKR? I think that was the first token we looked at. What's the current situation right now? Has it got into 1,000? Are we having that massive rejection? Okay, just look for a short trade for that particular token. Okay, look for a short trade of that particular token. Yeah. So currently for this token, we had that rejection around this zone here, guys. So this area, right? And then daily time frame, we are going up, right? We are going up. So if we come to lower time frame, what we are looking for, that rejection, if we have seen this token around that 86, 83, 84 cent, okay, would have been a good trade for us. But right now, wait for it to come reject at this trend line, okay? Guys, wait for it to play out. Wait for it to come reject at this trend line, then we can take it up, okay? Because if we follow this trend line, we are actually going, all right? We are in that upward movement, so we want to wait for a rejection at that trend line. Okay, right now we are just in the middle, and then we want to wait for this to play out and come back to this trend line. Come back to this trend line, have a rejection here, and then take a long trade to the upside. Okay, this is possible scenario of what I want to see. I want to see that rejection around this area. Okay, and then I'll take a trade to the upside, guys. This is the setup I have for this, right? You can get a good entry when you go to the lower time frame. We are just in between, right? So allow this to play out. Guys, allow this to play out. You can just wait for it to gradually come down to this area and then you take a trade to the upside. Okay, don't be rushing into trades. It happens to me a lot that when I rush into trades, I regret entering those trades. So always wait for it to play out, right? If you spot your resistance, your support level, okay, and all of those areas, make sure the best thing there is okay, always buy at the support and then sell at the resistance. Because if you just sell in between, do on the 15 minutes time frame, okay? On the 15 minutes time frame, we can actually, if we want to just base our decisions on the 15 minutes time frame, we can actually map out this area as our high, okay? Yes, we map out that area as our high, and then we use down here as our low, for instance, okay? Yeah, we use here as our low. So even if it is on the 15 minutes time frame, then wait for it to play out. Okay, if this is our high, we want to get a rejection there, then we'll take it back down. Okay, and then if this is our low, we want to get a rejection here and take it back up. Okay, but right now we are just in between, so we have to wait for this to play out, guys. We have to wait for this to play out. And then when it plays out, we go ahead and take a trade. So even if I have to plot my trend line, okay, I'll still wait for this to come, either reject at this trend line, then take it up, or even break the trend line and then come down here. So yeah, wait for this to play out, and then you'll be able to take trades to both sides, depending on what your stand is. Okay, so if it comes here and rejects here, take it down. If it comes here and rejects here, take it up. Okay, so always wait for these things to play out. Wait for these things to play out, and even if you don't wait until the market gets down here, maybe just this move alone. For instance, if you have shorted from here, just this move alone would have given you around 1.5%, 1.5, 1.4%, which is with the 10x leverage, you would have been making around 10%, okay, 10% plus. Yes, 10% plus. So that would have you would have gotten out of that trade long time ago. So that is the setup I have for this particular token. All right. Yeah. So let's go back to the MKR and see what we have currently on the MKR. Okay. What's going on with MKR? I think I have that on my watch list. Yeah. Okay. Let's see MKR USDT. So let's see the current situation. Yeah, so yeah, we're just at this area, yeah, on the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, so here can serve as our high on the 15 minutes time frame. All right, so if we reject that area, then it could be a short trade. Maybe this may not get up to you know what I was actually projecting, right? So if you want to know, I used the $1,000, $1,012 as our high. So I'm still hoping that this will come play out. Okay, so this one, we'll remove this and let it play out. Okay, let it go back up. They want to have that rejection at around $1,000 plus. We want to have that rejection at around $1,000 plus. Then we can take it down. That is for the MKR. Okay, I want to have that rejection at $1,000 plus. Then I'll be able to take that down to the downside. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So let this page load up so that we see what we can actually achieve again. So I'm looking for tokens that we can SRP. Okay, I missed that SRP entry. SRP got to 80 something said last night, right? I missed that entry, so I'm looking for a possible entry again. I'm looking for a possible entry again to the downside. So MKR, yeah, we already missed the setup, so wait for it to play back, okay? Play out again, and then we can take it to the downside, okay? Wait for it to play out, and then we can take it to the downside. And then another token that is worth looking at, okay, we have the GAL token, all right? GAL token is what I want to look at right now. So for GAL, let's look at GAL USDT. Guys, smash that like button, okay? Smash that like button. And if you are joining for the first time, make sure that you subscribe, okay? Make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We do this daily, all right? And the end goal here is to make you a profitable trader, all right? So make you a profitable trader going forward. For GAL, what am I looking at currently? Will this token get up yet to $1.30? $1.30, yeah. I saw this at, was it $1.20 something cent or so? Yeah, so for Gala, it's gonna be a long, okay? So let me just take, not Gala, this is Gal actually. This is Gal, okay? So we have Gal, we have Gala, and all of that. So this is, this particular one is Gal USDT, not Gala, okay? This is not Gala, guys. So I'll wait for this to play out, guys. Wait for this to play out to this level. So I want to get a possible rejection at this level. It's going to be a long trade for me. So I'm going to look for long, right? I'm going to look for long trade for GAL, and then I will only be looking for short trade when we get up there. When we get up there, right? This is the 4 hours time frame, so we can see that clearly that is a long, even on the 1 hour time frame, guys. So we are going to actually trail this trend line until we get up there, right? So for GAL is a long. Let's look at possible entering points here. Okay, so on the 15 minutes time frame, yeah, we have this rejection here. This was yesterday or day before, yeah. This was few days ago, guys. This was few days ago, and then we've been having that rejection there. So, but basically, what I'm looking for, I'm going to short GAL, okay, if it gets to this area, or I'll wait for a bounce, okay, on the 15 minutes or 5 minutes time frame. I want to see a bounce, okay. I want to see this come back to this our trend line. If it comes down to this our trend line, then we are going to look for what? A trade to the upside. So we want to wait for this to come test this trend line. Then we can take it up to this level of $1.30. Okay. Or if we break the trend line, then wait to enter another trade at $1.20, $1.21, all of that. Okay. So for GAL token, pay attention to this token, guys. Pay attention to this token. All right. So you can use limit order to set up this, or just wait for this to play out. So I'm looking at entering a long trade when we get down there, and then maybe a short trade when we'll get back up here, okay? When we'll get up there, so this should be here. I'm looking at entering a short trade when we'll get up there. All right, that is for the GAL USDT, guys. That is for the GAL USDT. All right, so yeah, what do we have here? Bitcoin Cash. Who is shorting Bitcoin Cash, or who is longing Bitcoin Cash currently? I told us yesterday that Bitcoin Cash could go down. Though in that long setup, you'll be having both ups and downs on the Bitcoin Cash stuff and the rest. So let's look at the current price. Okay, we are still at that level of 240 to 46 or thereabouts. So it's still a short for me, guys. It's still a short for me. Still a short for me. Bitcoin Cash could go down to this could go down to let's say. Okay, so currently on the 4 hours time frame, we are above our trend line. So you could be looking for a possible long to anything around $280, okay? $280. So we are currently above this trend line. on the 4 hours time frame. So look at this area. This is the area we rejected from. All right, this zone here is where we rejected from. So currently we are just above that trend line. So it's a long trade from me. Okay, it's a long setup for me. Let's look at our entering point in a lower time frame. Let's look at our entering point in a lower time frame. So we just broke this trend line. Okay, we broke the trend line. We had that retest. Okay, then we went back up there again. What I'll be waiting for right now is, let me see if I'll get another retest on this. Okay, another retest on this trend line. Okay, guys, look at this. What I'm looking at on the 15 minutes time frame is a buy for me, guys. Is a buy. Is a buy, guys. It's a buy. So let's not waste time here. Okay, is a buy trade for me, guys. Is a buy. So wait for this to play out. If this does not actually break, let's see if we can take it off from here. Now there are two scenarios here. Okay, is either you wait for this to break this trend line, or you wait to take a trade. If will it get down there? That's what I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, wait for it. Let's use the major trend line. Let's use this other major trend line here. Wait for a retest at this trend line and then you take it up. Okay, wait for a retest at this trend line there, or if we have a rejection around this area. Okay, if we have a rejection around this area, you can take it up, or you wait for it to enter at the trend line. There are two scenarios here. Okay, so if we have a rejection at this zone here, take it up, or you wait. If it breaks it, comes down to this trend line, you can take it up again. Okay, that's currently what I'm looking at for Bitcoin Cash. Okay, yeah, if you have shorted already, fine and good for you, but right now I'm not going to enter the trade. I see it coming down to this 243. Okay, yeah, I see this token coming down to 243 or even below that. Okay, 243 or even below that. So I'll be looking to enter this market at exact that area, 243, 240 or thereabout, to long the trade. Okay, yeah, for now it is a short. If you have entered the trade already, fine, it is good for you. Just wait for it and maybe take profit at 243, 242 up to 240. Okay, but pay attention to this area at around 243.8. Okay, 243.8. Pay attention to that area, because that could be your first take profit level, guys. That could be your first take profit level for the Bitcoin Cash token. All right. For Bitcoin Cash, yes, go ahead and take a short. But if you have not entered already, there's no need. Okay, there's no need of rushing into this market. Let it play out, guys. Let it play out. Okay, just give it time to play out, and you'll definitely cash out from this. Okay, let it play out, and you should be able to cash out from me, guys. All right. So that is for Bitcoin Cash. Okay. That is for Bitcoin Cash, guys. That's for Bitcoin Cash. And then for SRP, let's look at SRP and see what's possible with SRP. Yeah, we're still at that up there. We're still up there for SRP. Okay, guys. So MKR is still going down actually. So if you enter that trade, good for you. If you did not, please avoid it for now. If you enter MKR earlier, good for you. If you did not, just let it play out. Okay, let it play out. Let it play out. Yeah. So yeah, this is the reject. This is actually the setup that I missed. Entering this trade at around that 80, 82 cent, 81 cent. Okay, 82, 81 cent. That's exactly what I missed out. So I will let it play out again. Okay. So I have this area here. That's my area of interest. And then, down here again. So we'll map out those levels and see how this play out. Okay, so 1 hour time frame, let's look at what we have here. SRP. So for SRP, I'll just let it play out. Okay. I actually missed that setup at that area there. So for now, Just let this play out. Okay, don't jump into the trade. Don't jump into the trade, guys. Don't jump into the trade. Let it play out. I can either enter a short at anything $80 above or wait for it to come down to, around 60, 70 cents. Okay, 60, 70 cents. Those are the areas I'm looking at for SRP. All right. And then for OP token, look at this. How many of us traded this token yesterday? So I actually took this down here, right? And then took it. Okay, I missed the upward movement here. All right, I missed the upward movement. So yeah, this one is gone already. And currently this rejection is what I'm paying attention to. All right, this rejection here at 1.50, 1.51 is what I'm paying attention to. So if we break this trend line here, all right, and then have a retest. I'm just wait for this break of this trend line, have a retest, and then take it down. Okay. So for the setup for the OP token, wait for a break of this trend line and a retest. Okay, and then you can take it down to maybe around 44 cent. Okay, 1.44 cent or thereabout. Okay, take it to around 1.44 cent. Those are the areas I'm looking at. Okay, for a possible trade for the OP token. Okay, so let this play out and you take a trade to the downside and wait for it to play out. Okay, wait for it to play out. For BNB, I'm already in that trade for BNB. Okay, for those of you though I entered late, I see BNB going to maybe around 220. I can't really see. There are a lot of fraud around BNB actually. There are a lot of fraud around BNB. And the launch pad they're doing, that launch pad has ended, right? How many of us participated in that launch pad? Has it ended? I think it ended. That token has been listed for trading already. As that launch pad ended, if the launch pad has ended, it means that for those who were buying BNB, to trade and all of that, those who bought BNB to trade, to participate in that launch pad, those of you who bought BNB, with the fraud around BNB and all of that, okay, I see people selling immediately after that launch pad. Okay, I see a lot of people selling immediately after that launch pad. So if you have gotten your token, I see a lot of selling pressure, and then the target should be around, if you are going to short BNB, guys, if you are going to short BNB, let's look at higher time frame and see what's possible here. Okay, so yes, we're still, in this downward movement here. So we had that rejection at around that $260. Okay, that rejection at around that $260. So that's currently what we're looking at right now. So what I'm looking at is I see BNB coming down to this 230, 220 level. Okay, so if you are going to trade this token, it's going to be like a swing trade, or you can just look for possible scalping opportunity, guys. Okay, look at this. There was a news that BNB is trying to protect this 220 level, right? That they're protecting this 220 level. So it means that when the big boys come into the market and they start pushing this down, okay, Binance will do everything possible to make sure that they buy up from this level. They don't want it to go below 220. Okay, they don't want to go. They don't want the coin to go below 220. If this is true, okay, just wait for. You see that we had that rejection here. We had another rejection here. You see the wicks, right? So it means that there are a lot of orders here waiting for this market to come down here. And what happened? Immediately skyrocket to the upside. So you can actually join them and play around this. So if you are going to do this, your stop loss should just be within, okay, below, so that let's say around 215 or 210 if you can, depending on your risk tolerance, actually. Depending on your risk tolerance, you can take it down there and let it play out. But for now, for BNB, is a rejection at this trend line for me, so I'm taking it down. Okay, I entered at 241. I entered this trade at 241. So those of you who want to enter at 243, 244, it is a good one for you. So let it play out, guys. Let it play out. Okay. All right. XLM. Okay, I'll look at SLM in a moment. Okay, I'll look at that in a moment. For now, for BNB, just be looking for a short trade. Okay, you can go to your. I already entered a trade, so I don't know the setup I'm going to give to you right now because we are rejecting that trend line. Okay, we rejected that trend line, or you can wait for it and enter at 244. Okay, 244.45 will be another good trade setup. Okay, and maybe you can target around 230 or 240, and maybe when it gets there, adjust your stop loss. If you see an opportunity that this is going down, okay, keep adjusting your stop loss and see how long you can stay in that trade and make some profit for yourself. All right, so that's what I'm looking at currently for BNB. All right, I'm already in that trade, and then I'll gradually be adding to my position. All right, and maybe at 244 I'll add again and see how that plays out. Okay, and see how that plays out. Yeah, for Solana, yeah, Solana. Sol USDT. Let's look at Sol before we go to the XLM. Okay, Sol USDT 26.2. 26.2. I feel Solana will go down a bit, all right? Maybe to around 24, 25, or $23 or so. Okay. So I feel that Solana will go down a bit. I don't know. Yeah, this is what we have. So today candle is a bit bullish, but I see Solana coming to cover the whole of this space, right? Covering the whole of this space will mean that Solana can actually go down to around $23. I see that happening, but when exactly, I don't know, guys. When exactly, I don't know. Okay. I see this playing out, but when exactly, I don't know. So I see this coming down to, it's $23, and maybe we had a rejection from there and then go back up. Okay. So for Solana, are we waiting to short this trade when everything plays out? Okay. A lot of, drawing tools on my charts. Let us draw it on my chart. So I want to wait for Solana to play out, and then I can look at, let's say, the 1 hour time frame, for instance. I just feel Solana will go down, guys. I just feel Solana will go down. So you can be looking at your for entry at around $27. Okay, you can be looking for entry at around $27, $26, even at the current price, guys. Even at the current price, you can take a trade downside. Now, for this to play out, okay, it's going to be a swing trade. So definitely make sure you're entering with a very low leverage so that you don't get, you don't get caught up. Let's say if you use a very high leverage and then all of a sudden this start going to $28 and all of that, it should be bad news for you. So wait for this to play out, guys. I see this trade coming down to, maybe Solana can come down to around $23 before we have a bounce on to the upside. Okay. So yeah, you can, it's a short trade for me, guys. It's a short trade for me. For Solana is a short. Okay. It's short, so wait for it to play out. Maybe if you go to lower time frame, you want to see this, okay, reject back to that 26.5 or even to $27, then you can take it down. Okay, even to $27, then you can take it down, guys. Okay, SL, let's look at that particular token and see what's possible. Okay, so smash that like button, guys, and if you are just joining, okay, you're welcome to the live show. This is the show where we do, okay, look at possible scalping opportunity to make you a profitable trader. So make sure that you join us daily to keep up with scalping the crypto market and making some profit for yourself. So for XLM, what are we looking at here? Yeah, look at that. When did this happen? This was okay. Yeah, this was on the 13th. Wow. Wow. Okay, so what are we looking at currently? XL. So we had that week up here, yeah, and then rejected at that area. So currently, okay, let's look at weekly time frame and see a clearer picture here. Okay, so I have this zone here. Yep. So tested that area and rejected. I have another area, possible area that this market can go to is here. All right, at around 24 cents. So yeah, for the higher on the weekly time frame, okay, then we can have here as our our support. So let's use that as our support area. So yeah, okay, so this is where we're currently seated, right? So we're currently seated here, this zone here. So if we go to lower time frame and check, let's look at this playing out in all of this zone. Exactly. So we are rejecting, currently sitting at this area here. which is where we are rejecting from. So for this particular token, it's going to be a long setup. Okay, it's going to be a long setup for me. I'm not going to scalp this. So it's going to be a long setup for me. So wait for this. If this plays out and come back to this zone again, if we have another rejection, look at this since that long week down here. Okay, we've been just playing around this area. All right. So if I take my fib levels here from this high when we started springing up to that week high there, you see that we've been rejecting at in between the 618 level and the 786 level. Okay, the 618 level and the 786 level is the area where we've been rejecting. Okay, that's the area where this market has been rejecting. So for me, all right, since we have found the support here, I'll wait for this market to come back once more, okay, to that support area, and then we can take it up. Okay, so I wait for this to come down to that support level, then we can take it up. That's exactly what I'm looking at, okay, for this particular token right now. So I'm not going to do anything right now. We'll let it play out. If I go to 15 minutes time frame, 50 for the 15 minutes time frame, so here can serve as our high, and then we take that support area as our low. So wait for this. For now, okay, it's going to be a long setup for me, but I want to wait for this to play out, come down to this level, and reject from this level. Then I can take it up. Okay, I would wait for it to come down to that level, reject there, and then I can take it up, guys. Okay, so this is exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, for this particular token, right? This is exactly what I'm looking at. Now, another thing you can wait for is a break of this trend line. Maybe if we continue this way, all right, this is on the 15 minutes time frame. So if you continue and then maybe come retest there, then you can take a short trade down here. Okay. If not, just wait for it to play, come back to this area, and then you take a long trade to the upside. But if you want to do a quick scalp, okay, wait for the break of this trend line, wait for a break of this trend line, and then a retest of that trend line, then you can take it down. Okay, from this trend line, if you take a trade down there to around this area we have there, okay, sorry, let me push that up. So to this horizontal level here, let's say you take a trade from the trend line, what you should be targeting, that should give you around 6-7% move, okay? But wait for that break, wait for the break of the trend line, and then you take a short trade. All right, for XLM, okay? That's exactly the setup I am looking at currently. Wait for this to play out, and you are good to go. Wait for this to play out, and you are good to go, guys. All right, that is for the XLM token. Yep. That's what exactly I'm looking at. Okay, that is exactly what I'm currently looking at. Okay, SUI USDT. For SUI USDT, let's look at what's possible with SUI USDT. SUI USDT. What do we have here? Check higher time frame. All right, so yeah. Okay, so here we think we found a resistance around that. Sorry, okay, this is uni. Okay, I'm actually looking at a long. Okay, let's even look at this and see. This is uni. Okay, this is uni. This is not the SUI, guys. So I'm actually chatting a wrong coin. Okay, so we rejected at this 6.2 level, right? And then daily, we are still on that upward movement, okay? We are still in that upward movement, okay? So we're rejecting that area, and what exactly are we looking at if we go to lower time frame, okay? So if uni gets back to that 6.2 level again, I'm going to take a short trade to the downside, okay? For the uni token, I want to wait for that rejection at anything around this area. Okay, I want to wait for it to go back to 6.2 or thereabout, and then I'll take a short trade to the downside. That's exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, but I see unit coming down to test this trend line here. I see unit coming down to test that trend line, but just pay attention and allow everything to work out perfectly. All right, don't jump into trades and then jump out and all of that. So SUI was what we wanted to look at. SUI USDT. SUI USDT. Okay, yeah, this is what we have here. Daily time frame. Let's go there and see Okay. Yeah, so I mapped out this area yesterday, going to use that as our support. But areas, possible areas where I'm looking at this coin going to will be around this zone here, okay, at around 80 cents, okay, at around 80 cents, right? So if I go lower, like 1 hour time frame, so we are currently at this level here. So here, that was previously a resistance at this 72, $73, okay? It's where we're now using as a support right now, okay? So you see, we're using this area as a support. So SUI is coming back, all right? So if it gets down to around this area of 72 again, maybe you take a long trade to the upside, and then possible entering point will be on a lower time frame, guys. So on the 15 minutes time frame, this will be our high on the 15 minutes time frame. So we are using 78 cents as our high, and then this area will be our low, okay, which is where we are currently consolidating at, all right? So wait for this to come down maybe to around 72, okay? Anything around 72, that is 723, 724 or thereabout, take a long trade to the upside, okay? So I'll wait for this to play out. For me, it's going to be a long trade for me for SUI. So I'll take a long trade around there, stop loss somewhere there, and then take it up to around there, take profit around that area. So wait for the SUI to coin to play out, okay? But if you want to just cap this, well, you can do that. But mind you, we had a rejection here, and that is exactly the zone we are sitting at currently. So there's every possibility that this will have, a rejection up to the upside again, and before it start coming down. Okay, so this is currently what I'm looking at for the SUI token. Okay, so wait for this to play out, and we should be able to take a trade to the upside, guys. Wait for this to come down to that level, all right? So, and then you should be able to take a trade to the upside. So wait for this. If you want to take it to the upside here, if it breaks that trend line, okay? Let's say we'll go to the 5 minutes time frame. If it breaks this trend line here, and then maybe we'll have a retest, then you can take it up. But what I'm looking at, okay, particularly what I'm looking at, I'll wait for this to come play out at this area. You see this week here, like this week, this rejection we had, okay, we had a lot of time, okay, we have rejected these areas. But if we break this area, then there's a possible need for us to look for a trade to the downside, okay? So we've been rejecting here, rejecting here. We want to see another rejection again, then we'll take it up, or we'll kuma break this area down, and then we'll take it down, okay? That is for the SUI USDT. That's exactly what I'm looking at currently. Okay, so scalp is good for scalping, and then we can look at that, okay? So what do you want us to check? Freeborn, check where is good for limit short order on the 4 hours time frame. On which of the token, please? On which of the token do you want me to do that? Which of the token do you want me to do that? Okay. Which of the token do you want me to check that exactly? Which of the token? Okay, Pepper. Let's go to Pepper USDT. Pepper. Pepper. Pepper, there's a lot of volume actually. For the past few days, there have been a lot of volume on Pepper USDT. Is it Pepper? I think it's 1,000 Pepper or whatever it is on Bybit, right? It should be 1,000 Pepe, I guess. Yes, it's 1,000 Pepe. Okay. So we'll put 1,000 Pepe. Yeah. On the futures market, it's 1,000, but if you go to the spot market, it's just Pepe USDT, guys. Okay, let that load up so that we'll go ahead and look at what's possible with that particular coin. Let's look at what is possible with that particular token, guys. Core USDT. Okay, Josh, just give me a moment. We'll look at Core USDT. We'll look at Core USDT, guys. We'll look at that token. Pe, 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 pe. Okay, I think I had a trade setup there, which has played out already. But for now, look at this. We are currently at this particular area. Okay. And then this area is where the market has been, playing around for a while now. So yeah, so if I go back to lower time frame, let's pull it back and see what's possible here. So for pepper, I will look at entering a buy trade at around 14 cents. Okay. Though we are having this rejection here, but if you want to enter, you can enter maybe a target up there. But I want to wait for a retracement down there. Okay. This already broke this trend line, so this trend line is no longer valid. So let's do lower time frame and see what's possible here. Okay. Lower time frame and see what's possible. So this was the setup we had here a few days ago, which played out very well. So the short trade here. So 15 minutes time frame, what are we looking at on the 15 minutes time frame? Um, so what I want to do now is, okay, if I use here as my high on the 15 minutes, here will be serve as my high. Okay, so I use here as my high on the 15 minutes time frame. Then the down here will be our lows. Okay, so our lows will be somewhere around there. So this is what we are looking at. All right, so you either wait for it. Remember, we rejected here, right? We rejected here, we rejected there, rejected again. So wait for this to play out, guys. Wait for this to play out, because what you want to do is to wait for this to, just play out. Okay, play out up till we get to that area there. Then you can go ahead and take a short trade to the downside, guys. For this, for pepper, I'm looking to short at this area here at, and then look at longing from this area. Okay, I'll long at exactly 15 cent or even 14. That's 0.001448, or I'll short at this 0.0 around 16 cent. I will short, or around 14 cents plus. I'm going to long this token. Okay, so for pepper, that's exactly what I am looking at for the pepper token. Okay, so pay attention to that token. That's exactly what I'm looking at, guys. Allow it to play out. Okay, allow this trend to go, get a rejection there, and then come back. But if we break above this area, then you should go to our higher time frame levels. Okay, the higher time frame levels should be somewhere up there. Okay, somewhere at around that 18-19 set. Okay, 18-19 set. But currently on the 15 minutes, we just look at this consolidation here. So want this, what I'm looking at possibly is that this market will consolidate a while for this area, come down to 16, go down to 14, come back again, and all of that. So that's exactly what I'm looking at. Okay, for core USDT, let's look at core and see what's possible. Okay, so I'm opening that for the spot market. Let me open core. Core should be features. Okay, so we're looking at features, so it shouldn't be spot. Yes, guys, how's it going? Smash that like button. Hope you've been making progress, guys. Hope you've been making progress. Okay, hope you've been making progress in turning $100 to $1,000. If you have started, maybe let's say you started with $1,000, or you started with $10, you started with $20, or whatever amount of money you started with. I hope you've not actually lose the whole money, right? I hope you have not lose that money that you're going to trade with. Okay, for core currently, we have been struggling at this area of $1 plus. Okay, we went down to 80 something cent, and right now we are sitting at that 92 cent. So for core USDT, guys, core USDT, what am I going to look at right now? So on the 1 hour time frame, let's see this trend. Okay, so I'll be waiting for a rejection at that trend, and then maybe pay attention to this zone here as well. Until we break above this zone, okay, we are just there. So pay attention to this area. And what we are basically looking for is, let's say, a long trade to the upside. So we want to wait. We already rejected, okay? This candle already rejected at this trend line, and then gradually it's going up, okay? So I'm hoping that this will continue to go up maybe until we get back up to that $1 plus again. So for me, I'm going to look for a long setup. But if you go to lower time frame, you want to wait for that to come down. Okay, wait for this to come back down to that trend line again. Okay, as you can see on the 15 minutes time frame, we'll be consolidating here for a while. So we'll be consolidating here for a while. So I want to wait for this to come down here. All right, to this area. You see this wick that we rejected from that trend line. Okay, I want to see it come down to that trend line again, somewhere around this area, come down to that trend line again, and then we'll take it up. That's exactly what I'm looking for, okay? For now, I'm not going to enter any trade, except if you want to just long, okay, and target maybe $1 plus or thereabout, you can do that. But for now, for core, I wait for this to play out, guys. I wait for this to play out. If I get back to this trend line again and have a rejection, then I'm taking a long trade to the upside for the core token, okay? For the core token, that's exactly what I'm looking at. And I'm looking at the 15 minutes time frame, guys. I'm looking at the 15 minutes time frame. But for a quick scalp, okay, for a quick scalp, look at this. We have consolidated here for a while. You can map out your lows and your highs on the 15 minutes time frame. Let's say this is our high, all right, and then this is our low somewhere around that area. Okay, our low on the 15 minutes will be around that area. So you can now go to either 5 or 3 minutes time frame and be looking for a rejection here. All right, looking for a rejection in between. So when we reject here, you take it down. When we reject down here, you take it up. All right, that's exactly what I'm looking at for the core USDT. So I'll be waiting for this to reject either way until we break above that area, right? Like this pump that is happening right now, if it comes and break above this area, then you should be looking for a long trade. If not, if you reject that area, then you take it down to, around 90 cent or thereabout, and that should be it. Okay, that is for the core USDT. Done for H bar, H bar USDT, H bar USDT. Let's look at it and see. What happened? H-bar all of a sudden woke up from this. Okay. So we've been having that pump yesterday, since yesterday actually. We've been having this pump and yeah, look at that. Look at that. So currently the zone I'm looking at for the H-bar USDT is, you got this area, okay. So look at this area where we rejected, bands there go up, bands there go up. Okay, so we are currently using that area as our support, right? Sorry, our resistance. Okay, so this area is currently serving as a resistance because that is where we had this week. That is on the 24th of June. Okay, we had that rejection there, came that back to this area, and then currently that is the area we are sitting at. Okay, so that's the area we are currently sitting at. So are we going to have another rejection here? If we break this area here, then you should be targeting anything at around 0.063, maybe around 0.069 or around 0.073, okay? If we break this area, because this is serving as a resistance right now. It was a support somewhere around here when we were on top, okay? Right, we broke here and then now it's serving as a resistance. We rejected here. That is exactly where we had this pullback again on the 15 minutes time frame. So for those of you who have entered this trade already, for those of you who entered this trade earlier already, fine. But if not, I'm going to wait for a rejection at that area, okay? On the lower time frame, yeah, that rejection is happening right here. So for H bar, it's going to be a sell for me, guys. It's going to be a sell for me. And then I'll be targeting anything around 54, 55 or thereabout, depending on the percentage and the leverage you're using, okay? I'll just trade a pullback a bit because what I see here is that this trade will pull back and then continue the upward movement again, okay? So you can enter now or wait for it to go to 58 cents and enter again, okay? Wait for it to get to 58 cents and enter again. So possible entering for those of you who want to wait for this to play out will be around 58 cents, okay? Wait to enter around 58 cents and then maybe target like a 1 to 2, okay? Yeah, target like a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. So around 55, 54 cents should be, where you are going to be taking profit. If this plays out, that should give you with a 10x level, that should give you around 40, 30% move in the market. All right, 40-30% move in the market. That's exactly what you are going to be looking at, okay, for the H bar. All right, so allow this to play out, and then it should give you profit. Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking at on the H bar token. All right, that's the setup I'm looking at for the H bar token, guys. All right. Okay, guys. So I was thinking we'll get a token that will just enter, a trade right now. But from the look of things, guys, from the look of things, I'm not seeing that. I am not seeing that, guys. I'm not seeing that. So BTC, we are hoping that BTC doesn't go down. Okay. Let's look at Tomo. Let me even see if I can short Tomo. Tomo has been doing wonders. Okay, Tomo USDT. Let's look at what's possible with Tomo USDT. So, guys, it's a short, okay? Just short that trade, and believe me, you make some profit. Short that trade, okay? Tomo. H bar is a short. H bar is a short. Tomo. Look at that. Tomo went to $2 and then dropped. Okay, so for Tomo, I was looking at this newly listed token. So not much data here. Okay, so this setup I had here, it's no longer valid for now. Okay, that was then. So currently, this is what we're looking at here. Tomo, we are currently here. So for Tomo, I'm going to look for, a short trade. I'm going to look for a short trade for Tomo. Short this token to the downside, guys. Yeah, so you see that we are rejecting that zone there, okay? Or you can wait for a break of this trend line if you want to, but right now, it is a short for me, guys. For Tomo, it's a short for me. Or you wait at around that 24 cent or thereabout, 1.24 cent, okay, and then you can take it down again. But right now, it's a short for me. Samuel, how are you? You're welcome to the live show. Okay. It's a short for me for Tomo, guys. Short for me. And go to 5 minutes time frame and let that play out. Okay. So for the 5 minutes time frame, you can wait for a retest of that $24 area again and then short. Okay. But on the long run, it's going to be a short for me. Okay. But trade this with a very tight stop loss, guys. Trade this with a very tight stop loss. Okay. Trade this with a very tight stop loss. So I'll wait for this to play out. If this come back to 24 cent again, 1.24 cent, okay? 1.24, I'm going to take it to the downside for Tomo. Okay. So let that be on the watch list because I'm going to look at it later on. Okay. All right. So basically, that is exactly what we are looking at, and that is exactly what we are looking at currently. Okay. I was thinking would have gotten okay for those of you who did MKR, who did other tokens that were doing very well. You should be in profit right now. Okay, but for Tomo, I'm going to wait for that to play out and I'll take a trade to the downside. If SRP gets to $80, I'll start shorting. If it gets to $80 plus, I'll start shorting. Okay, and then maybe target around 77, 76 cents or thereabout. So if SRP gets to $80, I'm going to start shorting SRP, guys. Okay, yeah. So that's exactly what I'm looking for right now. Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for on that particular token. Okay, so yeah, guys. Any other token you want us to look at? I believe that is basically it. Okay, that is it for today. Please follow all of this, all of the tokens you mentioned, all of the ones we looked at together. Okay, I've given you your entry points. Please allow the trades to play out. Okay, allow the trades to play out. Always wait for it to get to that level of either a resistance or a support level before you either long or short, guys. Okay, always wait for it to get to that level of support or resistance before you can either long or short. If I have all it takes, okay, I can do this all day. But unfortunately, guys, it's not possible, guys. It's not possible. I can't do this all day. I can't do this all this. So I will have to let you go. Look at the tokens we've looked at together, okay, and then take trades, okay, take trades, okay. Hopefully by the end of this month, everybody should start telling me their results so far. How far with the journey, okay? If you started with $10, how far have you gone? Have you been able to make it up to $15 or $20? If you started with $100, have you been able to make it up to $200? If you started with $1,000, have you been able to double it and all of that? That's exactly what we are looking at. So at the end of this month, okay, you should be able to let me know the progress so far with your trades. Okay, guys. So by next week, we are entering another marathon. Okay, the ongoing Bybit trading competition. Okay, the ongoing Bybit trading competition. We are going to enter that marathon back to back. All right. So the only thing I can do for you who don't have time to trade always, what you can do is to copy my trades. Okay, throughout that period, you have to copy my trades. Using the Bybit copy trading option. That is why I advise that you go to the description of this video and then go ahead and click on the link that says what sign up for a Bybit account. Okay, guys, sign up for a Bybit account because for my copy trading, it is not everybody that has access to it. Okay, you can go to Bybit, but it's not everybody that will copy my trade because I have limited it to a certain group of persons. Okay, I've limited it to a certain group of persons, so I'll have to give you permission to copy my trade. But I'll be making the link available for anybody who wants to join the squad. Okay, so you can copy my trades, just dedicate maybe $100, $1,000, $2,000, depending on what you can afford. Copy my trades while you put like maybe another 100, 1,000 or thereabout on your account to be trading. So you can be trading and be making profit and be copying my trades, okay? I will be making profit in both ways. So go to the description of this video, sign up for a Bybit account and get ready for that, okay? So I'll be publishing the link to actually join the squad for the ongoing Bybit trading competition on the link. And joining my squad will give you $10 instantly, okay? Joining my squad will give you $10 worth of BTC instantly. All right, so you want to take advantage of that. And then when you start trading, you get the opportunity. When you copy traders, you get the opportunity to share in a $150,000 reward pool and all of that. So I'll give you all of the details. And not just that, okay? There is what Bybit that is included. There's an activity Bybit has included that is called the Arena Raffle. Arena Raffle is just for you to come complete some tasks. Every day, just complete some tasks, and that can earn you up to $1,000. Okay. Throughout this period, the trading competition, you just go to the Arena Raffle and start completing some tasks, and that can earn you, earn you up to $1,000, or the NFT, the trading competition, NFT edition, and all of that. So I'll keep you updated. Okay, Bybit is still working on all of that as they unfold. Once they get ready, I'll keep you posted. But for those of you who are traders, who have a community of traders, if you want to join as a team leader, okay, if you want to join as a team leader, that video I published yesterday is for you, because that video, once you have up to 10 persons, 20 persons, 200 persons joining your team, there are certain rewards that equally comes to you as well from Bybit. Okay, so take advantage of that, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. So our next stream will come up tomorrow. For those of you who are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay, so that you get notified whenever we go live. Subscribe and then give the video a like, guys. Give this video a like. All right, I only have 10 likes, and I've had more than how many persons join this live stream. Okay, so please give this video a like whenever you join us. Okay, whenever you join us, give it a like and all of that. So bye guys. I will see you guys tomorrow again. All right. All of the discussion will continue on the Telegram group. If you are not on the Telegram group, okay, make sure you go use this link here, join the Telegram, and then be taking all the signals that Crypto Mastermind is equally sending. They'll be taking all the signals there, and be making some profit for yourself. All right. So take the signals with all you've been learning from my live stream. Okay. Whenever you take the signals, make sure you look at the market. Where is exactly is the price? Is it at the resistance? What's the possibility that we can get to this take profit target 1, target 2, and all of that? Okay, look at all of that, and when it plays out well for you, take the signals. All right, guys, do have a wonderful day. Have a profitable day ahead, and